don't know what's going on.
Is that the one the other day with...
The one about the streetcars.
Yeah. This has not been as fine as ours.
11:32, News Talk 550 KTSA. Heading into the weekend here with our gang of four. It's the lightning round for J.T. Street from Fox San Antonio. You can watch for Street's Corner on the Fox News at 9. Jonathan Gurwitz has a column that's twice a week in the... Sundays only. Sundays only in the Express News editorial pages, but he's also on the editorial board, so his hand is moving invisibly on those other 6 days. And Trish DeBerry-Mejia, who we're trying to get to run for something, anything, except the door.
Down the street.
Yeah. You know how it works at the end of a newscast, Trish. You're supposed to end a serious newscast with a lighter side,
exactly.
you know, on the lighter side.
With a bumper.
Yeah, a little. Right. So they've been trying over at CNN to lighten up Anderson Cooper, who's just getting killed in the ratings. And they've started this feature called The Ridiculist. The Ridiculist.
Okay.
I guess because Street's Corner was taken.
Because that's really good journalism.
The other night, it just went sideways for Anderson Cooper.
That is when she goes, don't you think as a host, if I have something that I want to talk about, that's what we should talk about? And to his credit, Pierce Morgan goes, no. Like, that is a fundamental misconception of what your role is on that show. Seriously. Like, you are the interviewee, he's the host. He sets the tone, you answer the questions, and, excuse me, we're supposed to be on my book. I ran into this all the time when I was booking guests for the morning show. I want to be on your show, but I only want to talk about this, and this, and we can't talk about this, and this. And we would always say, yeah, we'll try, but no, you know, for the most part, no promises, because it's not your show.
Yeah.
If you want that, go.
But here's what I don't get. CNN aspires to be serious. Pierce Morgan is a serious, I think, like you said, I think he's a pretty good guy. Why? Why do you have Christine O'Donnell on?
That's a good question.
It's a very good question.
What is her claim?
Maybe, is it possible that maybe you kind of hope that
this will happen?
This will happen.
Maybe. But that's
I didn't feel sorry for him in this. In fact, he handles it very well.
Right.
So it wasn't that I felt bad for him. I think they probably knew that in some way or another, she would give them a YouTubeable moment, and she did.
Well, I mean, her description of him is creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, really, Pierce is creepy?
Yeah.
I hate to see what Larry King would have done to her.
No kidding.
You know?
The creepy part would have been off the air with Larry King. All right, and then remember Keith Olbermann?
Yes.
He's turned up on current TV.
Okay.
He was earnestly interviewing Janeane Garofalo the other night, trying to get some insight into how it all works. What's it all about, Janeane? Listen to this. Might not be a bad idea to just get back to doing the news at night on these channels. I don't know, what do you think? How about just reading the news? Reporting the news.
How would you do that?
I don't know. I'm thinking you'd have to have an anchor and some reporters and satellite uplinks and maybe just not do so many of these dingbat talk shows.
Actually make an investment.
I don't know. Well, there it is.
There again, like having Christine O'Donnell. I mean, Janeane Garofalo is pretty much the mirror image of Keith Olbermann, but you put those two in the room and you're going to get some zingers.
Right.
Well, and you know the thing of it, seriously though, I have people on for a whole host of reasons. I mean, as many different people as come through this studio, there's different reasons for having them on. But I wouldn't interview a comedian that seriously. Like, please explain to me the real forensics of how people get into politics and what's real. I mean, that's not why you have somebody like that on. You have them on for the lighter side or some cool observations or off-the-wall ideas. I mean, he's going to her
definitely
like...
off-the-wall ideas.
He's going to her like she's, you know, some sort of eminent historian.
With some sort of actual evidence that would prove her point.
She's the modern-day Arthur Schlesinger, don't you know that?
I guess so, yeah. She's Theodore White. All right, on that note, we're going to send everybody off to have a great weekend. Jonathan and JT and Trish, thank you.
Always good to be here.
We've said a lot. I don't know if we've solved anything, but I don't think we made it any worse, did we?
No, we didn't.
I don't think
we had a lot of fun at the same time.
Thank you for coming and have a great weekend.
Thanks, you too.
And we'll have the podcast up this afternoon of Gang of Four. The video podcast will be up early next week. KTSA.com. It's 11:42.